are a wondrous boy, then sing along with me. We are the Eagles on the road to victory. All for one and one for all, we'll answer to the call. We're the greatest team of all. Go, the wonder is forever. We will always stick together. We will always do our best to see it through for the good old road and blue.
G'day and welcome to Shred at the Shed, another week, another episode. Firstly, as always, we'd like to say thanks to the continuous support from our sponsors, BMD, ALPA, SLR, MBS, CFS Gear, DTA Contractors, Hardy Aviation, Sandrin Property Group, Silks Darwin, Air Raid Records, Lawrence Air, Pritchard Francis, City Tyre Service, Sealink, Northern Territory, Elders Insurance Darwin, Bendigo Banks, Finn Licence Lawyers. Bit of a mouthful, but we got there in the end. Thank you to the sponsors. Let's go to the Round 8 match review. Tiwi Bombers, 19th of November, Saturday 2022, 4:30pm at Tracy Village. So, no lights at Tracy Village. So, 4:30, we found out, was a little bit too late to start the game. So, the last quarter was cut a bit short. It was getting hard to see the footy. So, temperature and humidity, as always, pretty standard Darwin. Bit above 30 degrees, about 70% humidity. Nothing new there. Debutants, Jack Burke played his role really well in the half-forward line, and we also had, for their debut wins, I guess, or first wins, the Nathan Arbin, Tom Boys, Jaden Butson. So huge from them to get them in the circle and sing the song. Might need to learn the words, boys. We also had Neil Vive, so fly in, which was awesome. So Muk Muks Premiership player and did really well, obviously, in the ruck. So the score in the end was 107 versus 68, so 39-point win. Good to get the 4 points, just got to keep chipping away there. Got over to the team stats. On the contested side of things, we were plus 17 contested ball, plus 10 ground ball gets, plus 2 clearances, and even on tackles. So we won on that side of the game, and then on the uncontested side, we had 53 more uncontested posies, 31 more uncontested marks, and 32 more handball receives. So we sort of owned both the contested and the uncontested side, which makes it a lot easier to get a win, I guess. And in the goals, we had 2 more turnover goals, 3 more stoppage goals, and 1 more kicking goal. So really good to see a couple of them on the board, and definitely a lot more fun post-game. The individual accolades, stats, Stevie Motlop with 21 kicks, 5 forward 50 marks, 6 goals, absolute blinder. Brody Newman, as always, continues to feature in this section. And this time for his efficiency. So 5 handballs at 100%, good from Bros, and 17 kicks at 94% efficiency. So really good from the Goose, and 12 marks. So he just loves to take a mark. And now Boise, he's another one on the list here. He's just the contested king here. Look at this, 12 contested possessions, 10 ground ball gets, 8 clearances. So he's got the contested crown for this week. Kevy Thompson, first game this year as well, 4 intercept marks. Great to see him in the back line. VV, as mentioned, 22 hitouts. And Daniel Weecher with 4 tackles. Kenan Thompson and Bo O'Connell also sharing 7 inside 50s each. Now, bit of controversy. No Intersport Game Changer Award this week. But I guess we'll mention Boise again because he was voted, I guess the coaches gave him best on ground. In the other grades, we had the young'uns, the under-18s, in the morning. TO2, they went down by 8 points. But if there's another 5-10 minutes, I think it was going to be their first win. So really coming home strong, and hopefully they'll take that into their next match. What do we have here? The reserves at 10:15am, they played Banks, and they went down by 114 points. And the women's led us into the game. They played at Tracy Village as well. And at 2:30, they went down by 21 points, but a really competitive game. So it's good, even though we might not be getting some wins on the board in those other grades. It sounds like we're being competitive, so that's always more fun than getting absolutely smashed. The Muk Muks Movember is going really well. We've raised over $1,400. So thanks so much to the donations from Courtney Ward, Justine Motlop, Jessica Tassone, Anna Lane, Tony Fuller, Ariane Unning, Jenny and Jilly Collison, Emma Puddy, Garrett Wanganeen, Keelan Fijo, Daniel Weetra, Darren Weecher Jr., Darren Weecher Sr. and Leanne Weecher. I was getting my Weechers mixed up. Sorry about that, guys, before. They'll know what I'm talking about. Kim McCormack, Maddie Murdoch, Nathan Arbin, Zelio Casemiro, Morgan Herlihy. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong. Sorry about that. And Dane McFarlane. So, yeah, we're raising funds and awareness, for all the dads, brothers, sons, mates in our lives. And thanks, everyone, for the generous donations and supporting men's health. Another kind thing that the Wanderers are supporting is It's in the Bag, the Christmas appeal. So that involves filling a handbag with essential items and donating it to someone in need this Christmas. And you can drop the bags off to Hoya or the Wanderers Shed and we'll take them to Bunnings tomorrow. And a reminder to CFS Gear. So all the players that have purchased the Wanderers membership will have been emailed a receipt, and you can use that to pick up all your gear. So from CFS, the cricket and footy shop. And that you can actually also order apparel online now and pick that up. So that's something to notice. And we have on tomorrow, Sunday, we've got Cooper's Day. So if you've been a part of them, you know what they're all about. And if you're new, come down to the airport hotel, Airport Tavern, 1 p.m. on Sunday, and we'll let you know all about it. The 100 Club this week, Brody forgot the spreadsheet, so we'll do two draws next week. I believe that should be a Brody fine. And Muk Muks Multi, once again, Shillaby has gone absolutely missing, and I'd imagine that would be another fine as well. We won't cross over the spreadsheet for fines. It's all the standard stuff, like, Thomas Motlop and Bo O'Connell yet to wear a Wanderers shirt to training. But I've been going through the archives and we've kicked 50 behinds this year and we've had 168 clangers based on the stats. So that's money in the bank there. And a massive thank you to all our volunteers at the Wanderers Footy Club that really help run things, filling and running water, taping players, on-field message runners, scoreboard, timekeeper, washing Guernseys, cooking on Thursdays, stocking the shed, bagging ice, half-time nutrition, and much more. And us players couldn't do it without you, and we really thank you for that. The ladder going into the round is on top on 22 points, Southern Districts Crocs. On 20 points, Waratah Warriors. 18 points, Palmerston Magpies and Darwin Buffaloes. 16 points, we have St Mary's, so they're the top 5. And now the bottom 4, we have on 12 points, Nightcliff Tigers. 10 points, Pint. 8 points, us, Wanderers. And on 4 points, Tiwi Bombers. And over to the NT Football with Jackson Clark segment. Ben Nason actually played for Palmerston last Friday, and it went under the radar because Gary Ablett and Matty Stokes were playing, but he is a ex-Richmond cult figure, so good to see some more talented players running around the NTFL. And on the women's side of things, from the AFLW, Tex Perkins will play for the Darwin Buffettes this week. And the match preview, we've got who have we got? We've got the Nightcliff Tigers, round 9. We've got 26th of November, 7 p.m, TO, 29 degrees it will be. So it'll be a bit cooler. But I believe that's because there's a chance of thunderstorms. The humidity is still up though, 74%. So we'll be used to that. And we've got debuting for the club, Chris Curran. He's an ex-Glenelg captain. So really excited to see how he goes about it. And Nightcliff, they've lost 3 in a row now. So I guess you can take as a positive for us that they could potentially be vulnerable. But maybe a negative would be they'll be hungry to bounce back. So I'm sure it'll be a really competitive game, and I'm super excited for it. The other grades, the under-18s have a bye, and in the reserves they're playing at 2:30, and they're at TO2, playing Nightcliff as well, and same as the women's, and then they're playing after at 4:30, leading us into the game at TO2. Now, this week's club legend is Michael Dusty Miller. He played 153 games for the Wanderers Footy Club. He was captain in 1987-88 season, and he was co-captain the next season with Dave Toddam in the 88-89 season. He's a 2 times Wanderers BNF player in the 86-87 season and the 91-92. He was also a premiership player in that year, the 91-92 season, and he played in the grand final teams of the 84-85 and the 88-89. He was NTFL representative player in the 1987 and the NTFL Team of the Year in 91-92. Pretty handy player, and he is the Ruckman Wanderers Team of the Century. So yeah, really, really awesome stuff there. And I think I'll be playing in the Rockter this week, so hopefully I can take some of that inspiration there. Now, our good quote for the week is about being brave and reaping the rewards by T.D. Jakes. Eagles fly where lesser birds cannot fly. So eagles can do what lesser birds cannot do. So be brave this week, boys. Have a crack. And yeah, that's a conclusion. Boom. Another episode ticked off. See you next week, and let's go the Eagles.
If you are a Wanderers boy, then sing along with me. We are the Eagles on the road to victory. All for one and one for all will answer to the call. We're the greatest team of all. Go the Wanderers forever. We will always stick together. We will always do our best to see it through for the good old road and